My name is Lee Priest. I'm the CEO of Metal Raptor, and what you see before you is our AI drone tracking system. And this is specifically in Hampton Roads, so Norfolk, which is a very busy military area. This is designed as an instant decision aid to help the military identify, track, and then be able to respond to hostile drones. And the demo's paused now, so I'm going to keep it moving here. And while I do that, I'll explain the interface, which is on the right-hand side. Right next to our logo, we have the different heights that the drones are flying at, the different altitudes. So purple is 100 to 200 feet. It goes on down through yellow. And if there's a hostile drone, if we identify one of those, we immediately paint that red. And the reason being, of course, so you can see that visually and then respond to it. So these cones that you see that are coming out from these drones that are currently flying, as they were going vertical at first, and as soon as they went horizontal, we predict their trajectory, we predict where they'll be over time, and then we can tell you where they are in real time. So you can see all these specific drones, we have data on each one of them, of where they're located and where they're heading and whether or not they're a threat. We don't see any threats right now. But we just identified one, and this one just popped up here, and the reason being it is headed straight towards the Navy ships. So if we roll down to this bottom window and we click, this is where our AI is operating, so it tells you where the drone's located, its ID, it's cruising, and the reason that we've identified it as a threat, it has a low altitude, so it's actually flying below 100 feet, and so that's an indicator that this is very unlikely to be a commercial drone. And then it launched from a particular area over near a park. Could have been a consumer drone, but now it's heading directly towards those Navy ships. It's a very high speed, so it's going at 125 miles an hour. That's well beyond what we see with commercial and consumer drones, and has a direct heading to a threat, potential threat area, or area that we want to be protected. Oh, and one last thing I do want to point out here is we tell you how many seconds you have to respond, so we're predicting when it will actually intersect with that particular area. So we're tracking multiple drones here, and actually there's another one that's hostile, and that's this particular drone. So if we go down and we can see that's number 7, we click on that, and this one has to be responded to much more quickly in 51 seconds, but very similar, high speed, low altitude. This particular drone also, it took off from an area that's more of a park location, actually took off from the water. That was highly suspicious. So you can see that we can very quickly identify these drones and where they're going to be traveling, and then also the characteristics that indicate whether or not they're hostile. So you can see a couple other things I'd like to point out here. You can tell we've got the flight ops, how many drones are flying, and we're specifically focused on 2 hostile drones right now. And then throughout the bottom of the screen here, you can actually look at the rest of the drones and click to see what's happening with each of them, their speed, their location, etc., and then how our confidence level in processing them as not being threats. So we're very excited about this system. It will actually capture information from the wireless carriers. Drones today, commercial and consumer drones, the majority of them are flying over cellular, or at least the commercial ones, majority are. Consumers moving in that direction. And we believe the FAA will soon dictate that everyone be flying over cellular. And we can track all these drones for you and then help you avoid hostile drones getting too close to sensitive locations. Thank you very much.